Hi, this is Regina Y. Favors, Marketing Instructional Designer for Favors Marketing Solutions. And so today's lesson is about how to create a digital ad from marketing goal to call to action. It's very important that you understand your product or service and then understand the type of marketing goal that you want to employ. And then based upon that marketing goal, you determine what sort of call to action that you're going to utilize. So it's all based upon the marketing goal. If you want to bring, if you want to build brand awareness, or you want to have online consumers drive them to your website or drive traffic to your website, those two are marketing goals, and how you create the digital ad will depend upon what your marketing goal is. So let's get into it. This is how to create a digital ad from marketing goal to call to action. Please subscribe to the channel, visit the website www.favorsmarketingsolutions.com for more information about the company, as well as you can visit my Amazon author page, amazon.com/author/Regina Y. Favors, also for more information. Thank you very much for listening. So, creating a digital ad is based on the marketing goal you set for your product or service. If your marketing goals are to build brand awareness, drive traffic to your website, and create online consumers, then the digital ad will include information about your product or service, call to action, and the website address. Creating the digital ad requires that you understand your product or service as niche, lacking competitors, and that it supports the execution of one or more marketing goals. Just because you may be well known in one area of your professional life or academic life does not mean that you are well known in another area. Sometimes you can build a brand in one area and it is very successful, but then you have to repeat some of the building a brand steps for a new product that you want to introduce. It it will still require you setting a marketing goal for the new product, um, creating a digital ad, and then measuring success. So here are the learning objectives for this particular lesson. So by the end of this discussion, you will be able to do the following: define your product or service, determine the call to action or CTA for your product or service, set a marketing goal for your product or service, and then create a digital ad based on the marketing goal for your product or service. So this presentation includes steps, and they go from 1 to 10. And the last 9 and 10 are part of a separate video lesson that you can watch as well. So, step 1, what is your product or service? Step 2, define the product or service. Step 3, determine the call of action. Step 4, set the marketing goal. Step 5, create a buyer's persona, which is your ideal customer. Step 6, create the call to action language. Step 7, create the digital ad. Step 8, create the digital ad content. And then step 9 and step 10 are based upon createvista.com, where you can actually create the digital ad. So there is a separate video on that that you can also watch. So let's look at step 1. What is your product or service? You have to be able to define it. So you have sample products and then you have sample services. So if your product is a book, food, clothing, self-help program, real estate agent, or small business solutions, how you market that product is going to be based upon industry standards. If it's a book, does it fall up under a certain type of genre? Is it academic? Is it professional? Is it personal? Is it self-help? So you have to be able to outline quickly what the book is, what the content is, who the target customer is, or the ideal customer that you think that you believe, who is the ideal reader. And then food items. What type of food item is it? Are the foods prepared within a food truck or in a restaurant? Do you serve buffet style? Do you serve food at conferences? Do you have a menu, a tailored items, anything like that? So you have to be able to define the food. Clothing depends upon fashion, whether it's fashion forward, if it's going to be tailor made, is it online? Will you sell them at um, conferences? Is it tailored merchandise? Whatever the clothing is. And then self-help program. What kind of self-help? What's the target audience? Are these people who struggle with addiction, substance abuse, mothers, new mothers, teachers, business owners, small business owners? It just depends on what type of self help program that you are offering. Real estate agent, what kind of area of real estate? Are you going to be a real estate agent that is part of a brokerage firm, of course? Or what kind of real estate do you want to sell? Is it residential or commercial? Then small business solutions, what type of small business? How many people are up under that small business? Is it 1 to 50, 1 to 100? Is it an emerging small business or a mid-range small business? Or I say emerging. If you think about country development, it could be emerging, developing, or developed. So whatever the product is, you have to define it. And then sample services, publishing services, food services, retail services, consulting, real estate, small business. It just depends on what you provide as a solution for a particular type of customer. If you are serving at concerts and you are serving at even a basic swap meet, you need a marketing plan. If you are serving at certain parks, if you have a food truck or something like, it just depends on what it is, um, what solution you are providing for what type of customer. So these are sample products, sample services. Step two, define the product or service. So if we look at real estate agent services, right, versus small business solution services, we understand that these are two different types of marketing targets, even if a person as a real estate agent has a small business. So for real estate agent responsibilities, that person would be the type of person who provides guidance to an interested party, assist a seller. They go through a process of determining the client's needs. They qualify financials, right? And then they show listings. The real estate agent services versus responsibilities would be to perform a comparative market analysis. You will often hear real estate agents say, what are the comps in the area, meaning that based upon this house and how it is listed, what are the other values comparable to this listing? And then develop networks of attorneys, mortgage lenders, and contractors. So that's responsibilities versus services. Then for small business solutions, you would be the type of business that maybe created marketing plans, marketing research, digital marketing campaigns, online courses, right? If you were a marketing planning professional. Then the small business services would be that you would provide consulting for small businesses or social media consulting or marketing planning workshops. So that's how you would need to define your product or service. That means a lot of times the way you define it is also by what you want to provide. So if you have 5 bullet point options for a particular product or service for a particular company, then that could be your solutions packages, right? And so these are the differences between product or service. All right, step three, you want to determine the call to action or CTA. So you have sample language, and then you have a digital ad that I created for my own online coaching business. So sample language is always call now, enroll now, register now, purchase today, visit our website, subscribe, follow us on Facebook. On Facebook. What that basically means is that you're asking you're asking the question, what is it that you what is it that you want the customer to do? Once you understand what you want the customer to do, in terms of your product or service, then you have your call to action. So let's look at the sample digital ad. It is part of the FMS marketing coaching program, and it's online coaching. And so anyone who needs online coaching for setting marketing goals, there is a flat fee, 2 hour. There is a marketing workshop that is connected to this online coaching. And then there's a website address, favorsmarketingsolutions.com. The call to action is enroll now, um, because it is particularly an online coaching program. It could be also register now, it could be call now, it could be purchase today, right? Visit our website. It just depends on what the marketing goal is. I want to build um, online customers. So that means that I want them to be able to take my courses, and so I particularly want them to enroll now. So that means that they likely have already had exposure to my company and know what's going on with my company, and so therefore I would have them just to enroll in a course. Visit a particular visit the website, click the appropriate tab, which is usually enroll now or something like that. Sign up or enrollment and registration, and then they take it from there. So establishing call to action language. So here's a sample product or service, and then sample CTA for a product or service for the same product or service. So if you have a gift giving program, you are automatically going to use the call to action donate today. If you have a YouTube channel, well, the YouTube channel already sort of tells you what to do or what sort of CTA you should create because it has a subscription button. So then you would create subscribe today as a CTA. Facebook page, of course, there's like buttons, follow buttons, uh, friend buttons, right? But if you want them to follow you on Facebook, then it would just be follow us on Facebook. Food truck, stop by today with the address. Small business center, complete a workshop. Real estate class, enroll today. And then marketing planning workshop, enroll now. So it just depends again on the product or service and what you want the customer to do. All right, so step four, set the marketing goals. So if your sample product or service is a book and you have all these options as sample marketing goals, what is the most important thing you want to do? Because no one knows about your book unless you are already an established artist, entertainer, actor, actress, or something like that, movie director, someone who is an author, and everyone knows who that person is. You're still going to have to employ certain sample marketing goals. Now, if we're looking at James Patterson, he's already well known, or J.K. Rowling, they're already well known people. So when they have a book come out, their brand is already so strong that we don't necessarily have to um, or they don't necessarily have to go through a whole developed marketing campaign, even though you still have publishers and online um, social media campaigns that still do that. So if we're looking at a new book, we want to build brand awareness because we are a niche product. We want to drive traffic to the website, so that means that we're going to have an author website. It's either an author website and or author page on your main website. Then create targeted online consumer page. You want people to visit, and you want to look at the rate of visits and numbers and reach and impressions. Impressions being how many times that particular digital ad was seen on the screen. You want to look at a number of different things so that you can continue to plan, and then create a buyer's persona. So if people are purchasing new books and they are purchasing them in the stores, it'll be useful to give them a sign in sheet or a sign up card or a feedback card or or something like that. Anything to get some information, maybe get some demographics information if they are willing to give it. Like what's the age of that person who is currently purchasing your product in a bookstore? Then that gives you some idea about your buyer's persona. A lot of times we think our ideal customer is 18 to 45. But when running digital ads, you will find out that many people who visit your websites and click on anything that you have on your Facebook pages or anything like that tend to be people who are over 45. They range in 45 to 65, right? So this gives you an opportunity to know who your buyer is really, even though you have an idea of who that person is. And then the rest of it, you can't create customers until you do the first four, right? Until somebody purchases your product, you don't really have a customer yet. Or you could have an online consumer, but an online consumer is not necessarily a customer. A customer is a person who is a customer is a person who purchases your product. And then send emails. So once people decide to purchase your product, they could sign up for your email campaign. Well, I say sign the email list if they are willing to, and then if they're willing to do that, then um, you can request testimonials. You can request a number of different things, right? And then assess returning customers. Again, until you have people who have purchased. And the best way you can assess returning customers once your book product gets off the ground or any other type of product you get off the ground is look at the reviews. If people have submitted reviews, then you can take a lot of those reviews and put them on your website. And then that gives you a way to assess returning customers, whether the review is positive or negative. All right, sample marketing goals for a product. So here's a sample product. It's a book title that I wrote. So Favors Marketing Lessons 101 is part of the serials. And then this particular book product is a workbook and action planning guide. So this is a person who is really just completely unfamiliar with marketing, marketing goals, planning, setting marketing goals, sales planning, brand planning, but it doesn't get too much more into sales planning and brand planning. In fact, marketing goals really do inform those types of planning strategies. What this does is just helps to build brand awareness, drive traffic to the website, create targeted online consumer base, create a buyer's persona. And that's all it does for right now until I can build a customer base. So this is for this particular marketing. So the ideal customer will be a person who is unfamiliar really with marketing planning. That person who needs to start. They don't know how they're going to start, but they need to start, right? And so this is workshop worthy. This can also be just self learning, independent learning, online learning, right? And so this just helps the potential workshop participant, learn about the whole process at an introductory level. If we're looking at sample marketing goals for a service, so if my service is online coaching, here's a digital ad again, then again, it's still going to be the same, practically the same marketing goals. But for this one, it's actually going to be build brand awareness, drive traffic to the website, create targeted online consumer base because this is online coaching, and then create customers who purchase the products and our services. So once they click that enroll now button on the website, um, and they pay, they actually go through the payment process, then I have created a customer who purchased products and or services. But if they click the enroll now button and they just look and they skim and they print out or anything like that, or they send a contact form asking questions, then they are just still mere online consumers. All right, step 5, create a buyer's persona. Remember, that is your ideal customer. Here's the sample product again. And then who would be interested in this book title? right? Or who would be interested in my real estate services? Who would be interested in my food truck, the menu, etc.? Who would be interested in my clothing? Just change the wording at the end of the question. So anyone with a niche product, so anyone who will be interested in this book here that you see here, the sample product, will be anyone who has a niche product, meaning that just because you have a food truck doesn't mean anybody knows about your food truck, doesn't mean anybody knows about your brand. So it's still considered a niche product. In addition, anyone without competitors, you don't have any competitors. Just because there are many people on the food truck um, uh, commercial playing field and they're everywhere doesn't mean that they are your competitors because you haven't built a competitive brand yet. You're still new. The other food trucks who have been in the game for a longer time, they are competing with each other, but they're not competing with you. Anyone without an established brand, so that means you. Anyone without a message connected to the brand. Anyone without a tentative marketing plan, and anyone without a digital marketing strategy. So this is a sample product to help anyone who is struggling in these areas here. All right, step 6, create call to action for the product. So again, here's the sample product. Here's the sample CTA that you would use, call to action for this type of product. So purchase now, visit our online store, use our discount code. So then if I was creating a digital ad with purchase now CTA, then it will be build brand awareness, create a targeted online consumer base. Because I'm looking to convert an online consumer to a customer who purchases the product. If I just wanted you to visit our online store, then the marketing goal would be drive traffic to the website. That's all I basically want you to do. I'm not asking you to convert to a purchaser. And then if I want you to use our discount code, however, then I'm actually wanting you to drive traffic. I want to drive traffic to the website, but I also want to create a customer who purchases products because here's a 10% code. So this is create call to action for a product with a sample CTA and sample marketing goals. All right, step 7, create the digital ad. So what we have a defined product or service. We have a buyer's persona, target customer. We have marketing goal or goals, and then call to action. So then now we need a digital ad. So here's step 8, create the digital ad content. Just remember that the marketing goals are to build brand awareness, drive traffic to the website, create targeted online consumer base. So then the language and development for the product or service is going to consider your company's name or logo, your company's tagline, if not part of the logo, type of product or service, any related pics, visuals, call to action, website address. All right, sample digital ad with clear CTA. So here's that information about the company's name and logo, which would be Regina Y Favors, the author page, company's tagline. Um, for this workbook collection for self-reflection will be journal your way to life recovery. The type of product or 3 types of books that are part of the workbook collection. The visuals here are the book titles, cover pages, and then the call to action is purchase now. Then the website address is the Amazon author page. So this is a sample digital ad. And if you have written many books, you can have individual digital ads for each book, and then you can look at your books and look at them kind of thematically and create them as um, um, a collection, right? If you write novels and you have a serial and it's 1, 2, 3, right? You can create that as an individual digital ad as well. All right, so here's sample digital ad with unclear CTA. This was when I was beginning creating digital ads, so I wasn't sure until I had to do further research. So the company's name or logo is still Regina Y Favors. The company's tagline is not clear. It's sort of implied. um, with the title of the collection, Overcoming Setback, the type of products or books, the related visuals, or the actual cover pages. The call to action in this particular Unclear CTA is available on Amazon. It's not telling the customer to purchase, right? Or visit. It's just saying that it is, or it just reads available on Amazon. And then the website address, of course, is the Amazon author page. So that's a sample digital ad with Unclear CTA. It's not, in other words, remember that the CTA, you're trying to tell the customer to do what? Donate, purchase, give, visit, subscribe, follow, etc. All right, so sample digital ads with clear CTA. This is when I was getting a little bit better. So then for the YouTube channel, Regina White Favors YouTube channel, join for free, become a subscriber. There are videos on breakup, pursuing life recovery after setback. Then there's a join now button. And then, of course, the actual website address, youtube.com/ at Regina White Favors. And then when I exhibited at the Miami Book Fair for all the titles, well, actually, a select titles, I had I exhibited as the website, and the website housed all of the book titles. So see you there. Now, see you there was the initial event planning um, digital ad. It actually, the last digital ad for this particular event planning strategy ended up being come by or visit the booth or something like that. And so then you have the Miami Book Fair. Here's the logo, Regina White Favors, the date, Writers Row, because I wasn't an anchor exhibitor. I was on Writers Row, and so this gives you clear CTA here because Writers Row is completely separate from all of the major publisher exhibitors, and so anyone knows who has ever visited um, the the Miami Book Fair would know where Writers Row is. All right, step 9, visit www.createvista.com. So with here, you can always use Canva. I don't like using Canva. It's too complicated for my mind. I like Create Vista in order to create the actual digital ad. So choose Instagram or Facebook option when you get to the front page, the main page. And there is a video on this. Instagram is preferred because you can still post a digital ad to Facebook and meet the visual dimensions without image distortion. Search for search a sample template, so such as new book or something related to your industry, product, or service, such as business consulting. If you are into marketing, all you have to do is type the word marketing, and it will um, it instantly take you to different types of templates. And then select one of the templates that reflects your interest. You can always change the coloring, anything like that. All right, step 10, watch the next video. So here is the Create Vista website here. So watch the next video on how to use createvista.com to create a digital ad for your product or service. Also review how to post a digital ad to Facebook tutorial. I also wrote a book on this, how to post a digital ad as well. All right, so here's the end of the lesson about Favors Marketing Solutions. Favors Marketing Solutions is a creative digital marketing agency specializing in the following small business solutions. So it's more about content creation, marketing plans, digital marketing campaign, general marketing research, digital marketing curriculum. We do have a course on favorsmarketingschool.com, but the rest of the curriculum is actually in progress. Marketing planning workshops, marketing planning online coaching, and then any type of business ghostwriting. So visit favorsmarketingsolutions.com for more interest. Okay, so here are the Favorites Marketing Lessons 101 titles. So there's one for the Workbook and Action Planning Guide, the other for the Basics for Creating the Buyer's Personas, which is also a Workbook and Action Planning Guide. Uh, Favors Marketing Lessons 101, a brief guide to digital marketing. Favors Marketing Lessons 101, digital ads collection and planning workbook. So those are all of the digital ads that I created for my own digital marketing campaign. And then Favors Marketing Lessons 101, tentative marketing plan template workbook. So it follows a strict tentative marketing plan template, and it is actually a workbook that you can continue to work on. Here are two business planning workshops under Favors Coffee Shop tab. That's your Favors Coffee Shop tab is actually the business seminar arm of my company. So you have um, business planning basics. So this is introduction, logo plus branding, introduction to business planning, and is just the basics. And then sales planning basics, logo plus branding, introduction to the sales plan, which is also the basics. Here are the logo plus branding titles under Favors Coffee Shop. So that's um, business and sales planning basics, and then business planning basics and sales plan presentations. And these are all available on Amazon. So when you visit favorsmarketingsolutions.com, you can click the Academy tab and you'll see the pre-marketing plan checklist, marketing goals workshop, tentative marketing plan template, and then some of the portfolio items I created for a small business, Blended Cultures LLC. So you can contact me via email, contact at favorsmarketingsolutions.com, website favorsmarketingsolutions.com, and then additional websites, of course, is the Regina Y Favors website. That's your main one. The online store, reginayfavorsauthor.com, Amazon page, amazon.com author /author /Regina Y Favors, and then YouTube, youtube.com /at Regina Y Favors. So this is me about the marketing instructional designer. So I am Regina Y Favors. I'm the CEO and marketing instructional designer for Favors Marketing Solutions, which is a creative digital marketing agency. My professional background includes teaching English, college English, and authoring various titles on marketing planning, um, as well as digital marketing and logo plus branding. So my future goals, research goals, will be to look at marketing planning connected to chronic homelessness, but that's much further. I'm also in the process of gaining certifications, especially in social media certifications. And then in a few years, I do want to get my second master's in um, in marketing. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you very much for listening. Please take some time to visit the websites, the YouTube channels, the author page to gain insight into the books, products, services, and solutions that we offer. Thank you very much for listening.